Hello. Okay, so today we're going to talk about systems of linear inequality word problems. In other words, applications of our linear inequality systems. Before we get going on that, I'd like you to take a look at this picture. How many pieces of paper are in this pack, would you estimate? Okay, so we're going to go through a problem here to just kind of get us used to this. And this is really all we'll go through, so make sure that this makes sense. Okay, it says Caleb coaches softball and needs to purchase softballs for practice and for games. Practice softballs cost $6 and game softballs cost $8. He has $96 to spend and wants to buy at least 10 softballs. Caleb also knows he needs at least 3 game softballs. Part A, write a system of linear inequalities to model this problem. We're going to graph that system then, part B, and then part C, state 2 different combinations of how Caleb can make this purchase. Okay, so first of all, if we look at the graph here, you'll notice that practice softballs, they have on the x-axis, and game softballs on the y-axis. So that is my first thing I want to keep in mind here when I'm writing my system is I'm going to let's go. So game practice softballs is X and Y is game softballs. So I just want to, it's labeled on the graph, but I want to be sure when I'm writing this I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so now let's just write our system that we need here for this. So, okay, let's see. Caleb coaches softball and needs to purchase softballs for practice and games. Practice softballs cost $6. Okay, this is for practice softballs. Game softballs are $8. And he has $96 to spend. So we are going to have one inequality that's just representing cost. So let's see, 6x, 6 for every practice softball, and so plus game softballs cost $8, so 8y, and he has $96 to spend. Now that means he can spend up to $96 or he could also spend lower. So we're going to use the inequality less than or equal to 96. Okay, so that's our first inequality. All right, next, we also know he wants to buy at least 10 softballs. Now notice here we have to do close reading when we're going through these kind of problems. Here it says at least 10 softballs. It doesn't say practice or game, doesn't specify. So that means both of them together. So really when we're thinking about this, X, game, practice and game together have to be 10 or more. At least, this is my indication that that's one inequality. At least is an inequality there. That means greater than or equal to. I can have 10 or more. Okay. All right. Now this one, a lot of times you'll just have 2 inequalities, but this one actually has 3 because you'll notice here it says I see another, let's see here. I see another phrase like at least or at most or things like that, those phrases you're looking for that represent inequalities. And here the last sentence says Caleb knows he needs at least 3 game softballs. So this only talks about game softballs. So game softballs is Y. So it says Caleb knows he needs at least 3. So greater than or equal to 3. 3 would work or anything bigger than that. So this system, actually, I have 3 inequalities to graph. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to graph those. But that is our system right there. Hopefully that makes sense to you. All right, so let's start with our blue inequality, 6x plus 8y is less than or equal to 96. Because this is in standard form, we want to use the cover-up method. So I'm going to find my intercepts, okay? And so I'm going to cover this up first, right? And then go 96 divided by 6. 96 divided by 6, I'm going to get that, and that'll give me my x-intercept. That is 16. So that's my x-intercept, okay? I guess I should do it this way. Okay, now next I'm going to cover up this right here and do my y-intercept. So if I do that, 96 divided by 8, that's going to give me 12. Okay, so on the y-axis, which is game softballs, I'm going to put a dot at 12. Okay, now I've got my two intercepts, so I can draw my line between these 2 points. And you want to try to be as accurate as you can when you're doing this. Okay. Now it says less than or equal to, so if I put a 0 in for both x and y, I get is 0 less than or equal to 96. Yes, that's a true statement. And so I'm going to shade in or towards 0, 0 that way. Okay. So there we go. Next, we have to graph x plus y is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, well, cover-up method is going to be pretty easy here. My x-intercept then would be 10. All right. My y-intercept would also be 10. Okay. I'm going to draw my line here. All right. Now this is greater than or equal to 10. So if I go 0, 0, I get is 0 greater than or equal to 10? No, false. I'm shading away. So far, anything in this between the pink and blue line right now is going to be a solution so far. Okay, and then lastly, I have y is greater than or equal to 3. I need at least 3 softballs. Now y, remember y equals 3 is a horizontal line, okay? So I have a horizontal line at 3. So I'm going to draw that. Okay, looks like I need the scissors maybe here. Get that right on there, okay. And now I want to shade, it's greater than or equal to, so that's going to be shading up. Okay, so now where would this all overlap? So that would be this region right in here, anything in that space right there. So I want to highlight that pretty well. And maybe, you know, you take your, I guess I'll just take and highlight this as best I can. You might want to erase all those arrows. That's probably the better thing to do, but in this case, I'll just to be a little faster here, I'm going to shade this and go down to that line, and I got to stay above that. Okay. And so really anything in this aqua shaded region is going to work. So part C says state 2 different combinations of how Caleb can make this purchase. So really, again, anything in this region here, that shaded region, is going to be a solution. So let's see, maybe like 4, 8. So that would be 4 practice and 8 game softballs. that would work for him in the solution region. Another point that, let's see, would work would be 9, looks like 9, 5. So he could buy 9 practice softballs and 5 game softballs. So really anything in there is going to be solutions. Obviously there's lots of other points that you could use there, but and this is really what you're going to be doing on your assignment. Okay, your assignment is just 2 problems. Again, you might not have 3 inequalities like this one did, but I wanted to show you what that would look like if you did run across that. And that's pretty much it. In your planner, don't forget to write that down, Systems of Linear Inequality Word Problems worksheet. And go ahead and put that in there. And that's it. Hope this makes sense. Have a good one. See ya.